1990, I was dating my first real serious girlfriend, I was going to college, and I was running out of money. And I joined the Army. I joined the Army full-time, even though I originally intended only to go in as a reservist. And it, in many ways, changed the course of my life. In very many ways, changed the course of my life, and mostly for the better. I met a lot of people, traveled a lot of places, mostly kind of sort of learned Czechoslovakian and then forgot it. But I've served with a lot of people. And while today is Memorial Day, it doesn't always mean much to people. I mean, it's very easy to say, thank you for your service, things like that. I did nothing spectacular. I didn't shoot anybody, thank God. I didn't get shot at. I hung out in Germany, wearing my jeans on the weekends and going to cinemas and dance parties at German places. Or I was in El Paso, Texas. Haven't heard Rattlesnake story, but I have friends who went there, who went overseas, and they came back broken. I don't know anybody who died over there, but I've got a friend who lost his legs while he was over in Iraq to an IED. I have friends who, to this day, if a car backfires near them, they're on the ground. They've immediately thrown themselves on the ground because the instincts they honed while in Iraq or Afghanistan are so good that you don't stop to think about, hey, what if that was a bullet? You move first and you ask questions later, and then everyone around you laughs now that you're back in the civilian world. The lifestyle, the things you learn to do in the military don't leave you easily. And while for me it was mostly about college money, I come from a long family of service. My dad was in the Navy, my uncle was in the Navy, my granddad was in the Air Force. I come from a long line of service members. So today does have a deeper meaning for me. So I'm going to sing a song for Memorial Day. This is an Eric Bogle song. And it is a song from Australia, so it's not an American wartime song. During World War II, Australia, which is very close to Japan from a naval standpoint, agreed with a very sketchy plan to basically take its entire army, load them onto boats, and sail all the fucking way over to Italy and help in the campaign in Europe. They landed in Italy in a place called Suvla Bay, and while World War II had a whole lot of very bad places to be, this was one of them. Not World War II, World War I. World War I had a lot of very bad places to be. And this is a song about the fight against the Turks in Italy. I may be screwing up the history there, excuse me. When I was a young man, I carried me back, and I lived a free life of rover. From the Murray's green basin to the dusty Outback, I marched my Mathilda all over. Not in 1915, my country said, son, it's time to quit rambling, there's work to be done. And they gave me a tin hat, and they gave me a gun, and they sent me away to the war. And the band played marching, waltzing Mathilda, as we all marched up the gangway. And amidst all the cheers, flag waving and tears, we sailed off for Gallipoli. Oh, how I remember that terrible day when the blood stained the sky. when the blood stained the sands and the waters, and how in that place that they called Suvla Bay, we were butchered like lambs at the slaughter. Johnny Turkey was ready, he primed himself well, he showered us with bullets, he rained us with shells, and in 5 minutes flat we were blown clear to hell, nearly blew us back home to Australia. And the band played Waltzing Mathilda as we stopped to bury our slain. And we buried ours, and the Turks buried theirs. And it started all over again. And those that were left merely tried to survive in this mad world of blood, death, and fire. And for 5 weary weeks I kept myself alive, while around me the corpses piled higher. Then a big Turkish shell knocked me arse overhead, and when I woke up in my hospital bed and saw what they had done, sure I wished I was dead. Never knew there were worse things than dying. For no more I'll go waltzing Mathilda, all through the deep rush far and near. For to hunt and to pegs, man needs both legs. No more waltzing Mathilda for me. So they gathered the crippled, the wounded, the maimed. They shipped us back home to Australia. The legless, the armless, the blind, the insane. These poor wounded heroes on Suvla. As our ship pulled in to Circular Quay, and I looked at the place where my legs used to be. Thank God there was no one there waiting for me to grieve, or to mourn, or to pity. And the band played Waltzing Mathilda, and they rolled me down the gangway. But nobody cheered, they just stood there and stared, and turned all their faces away. Now every April I sit on my porch and I watch the parade pass before me. I say, my old comrades, how proudly they march, these remembering old dreams of past glories. And the old men march slowly, all stop, stiff, bent, and sore, these forgotten heroes from a forgotten war. And the young people ask, what are they marching for? And honestly, I ask myself the same question. But the band plays Waltzing Mathilda, and the old men still answer to the call. But year after year, their numbers get fewer. Soon no one will march there at all. Waltzing Mathilda, waltzing Mathilda, you'll go waltzing Mathilda with me. And their ghosts may be heard as you go past the billabong. You'll go waltzing Mathilda with me. Thank you.